So, how you doing, Simon? What's the feelings on the run, mate?
Not too bad, mate. I'm looking quite forward to it, to be fair. Like,
Yeah,
well, I don't know whether it's going to be harder than last year or easier. I'm not sure. It could be a bit of both. Like, I don't know, my mental.
Yeah, well, hopefully another year in the tank, like, you should sort of find it a bit easier.
Well, hopefully, because I've been doing a bit of training other than last year, because I only done a few weeks last year, not really bloody bothered, as you know, like.
Yeah.
You have bloody shin splints.
Yeah.
So you was wrecked for like a couple of weeks before anyway.
The training for last year was poor. We kind of signed up to a 50 miler sort of 6 weeks beforehand. 2 weeks into the training, shin splints. 4 weeks of sitting on the couch, putting on timber, ready to run 50 miles.
Well, I think it was a good job because we were supposed to do it on the Cotswolds, weren't we, to be fair?
Yeah.
But like that got cancelled for funding or some.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was really, but
signed up to the race. The company we were planning to do it through went under, or so they say.
But in a way, I kind of thought it the other day. I'm glad because I think that would have put a bit more pressure on us. To be fair.
Yeah, definitely. And like running's running, innit? You can run wherever. You don't need to necessarily take part in an event.
That's why you made the lap round Crick and all, like, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
that was a little bit hefty off the mind because you're just close to home, didn't have to panic about sleeping, camping. Obviously, people out there, if they wanted to come and help us as well, like, do you know what I mean? But
the only trouble is when you're that close to home, it's so easy to want to throw the towel in and take your ass out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but this time, like, so the purpose of doing this run, we're going to do it for charity for Dementia UK.
Yeah.
Obviously, like close to your heart as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So 50 miles, we're planning to go from Brecon to Goitra and back.
Just however long it takes to cover the 50 miles, really, isn't it? And
exactly, yeah. We're going to do it on the canal, so that's going to be a mental test in itself.
Yeah,
so
just the same bit of stretch and loop in this a bit.
Yeah, and
I don't know. We'll see how we go. We didn't do too bad in the beginning last year. I thought, like we.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so for you personally, what's your goal? Like, have you got a time in mind for this?
No, not really. I just got finish.
Just finish.
You know, just stay at a steady pace because. I think last year I went too soon, and by the end of it, I was just wrecked. Like I was just walking, my knee was hurting.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is I had to go past the car to go another half a mile down to come back. And that was just like the car's right there. I could finish now.
So close to finishing.
So close, and then just after I finished, that was amazing. Like, but I think I'm just going to take it steady. To be honest, because I don't want to go hurting ourselves straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
We both knew the pain from last year. So I don't know, just pace
it out a bit better.
I say, fucking, you were going to go this year. Like, if you feel like just going on ahead, you carry on. Like, because
I'm going to see how it goes. Like last year was a real test, and the main aim last year was getting under 24 hours.
Yeah,
and I think like as long as we can, whatever happens, injuries or whatever, we can make sure we crawl ourselves over the line in 24 hours.
Drag like commandos or something across the line.
Just
something.
We'll find a way to do it. But I think this year. Well, set in my head anyway. I don't like to say it out loud because it's fucking going to put some serious pressure on. But I'll do it in under 12 hours if I can do it. But the 24 hours, the cut off.
Yeah. Are you still doing 24 hours? I was just gonna.
Well, I'd like to think I do it in that whatever.
Yeah.
So I think 24 would be a good goal. Like,
yeah.
And also, for me personally, it's a physical, obviously a physical challenge, but it's 90% mental. Like,
I think so.
Last year, how much agony were you in? You kept going.
Oh yeah, just had to keep going because I thought, well, if I stop now, I'm never gonna get going again. Like, you just go through a whole load of different sets of minds, and some things may put you down and think, oh, I've had enough now. Like, stop. But like something brings you up. I don't know. You listen to music and stuff like that, don't you? And certain songs may be like, this is not working for me at the minute.
Definitely.
And then change the music, and then all of a sudden you feel like the Flash, like sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, so weird. Isn't it? Like when you especially last year, this year's a bit different. We're going to do A to B, back to A sort of thing. Whereas last year we were doing like a 7 mile loop, which was absolute hell because I've seen this bench 6 times now, and I know I've got to see it at least one more. It does not help with your mental side of things, but at the same time.
Well, on that occasion, I kind of thought like I don't know about yourself, but obviously coming through Crick. I thought, as long as I can run through Crick, and not look like a complete tart, just bloody hobbling, you know what I mean? Just get down the other side of Crick and just chill out then and just run or whatever sort of thing. But I found the hardest part on that was like halfway from Gilwen to Llangark on the canal.
Yeah.
There were parts of there where it just seemed like that bridge is only there. Then you go, oh shit, no, that bridge is further on from what I thought anyway. And you just go in.
It's so deceiving, the canal running. It's like being on a treadmill. You feel like you're not going anywhere whole time you're running.
Yeah.
It's an absolute killer, but no, I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
I am, like, to be honest.
Somewhat, like, I'm sure if you asked me 5 hours
to
in,
be honest, mate,
I
was looking forward to it a lot more about probably 4 hours ago before I bloody tweaked my ankle. Like, I was, all day I thought, right, don't get in the way of fucking anything, mess yourself up this week, because you won't be able to do a run. Like, last load jumped out the truck, potholed. I cringed. I think I luckily just snapped it quite bad, but not sprained or anything. Well, touch blood and wood, like, but
from my perspective, I get a phone call.
Gutted, like, I was like, I had to ring you straight away.
4 o'clock. Yeah, I can't believe what's happened. This is it. It's ruined. This weekend's done in. Like, oh my god. Guess what I saw it saying?
Well, I just said panicking, and you thought I was on about doing a bit of a podcast.
Yeah, I
was like, no, I
was like, there's nothing to worry about.
No. I just snapped my ankle, and I was gutted. So I thought, no, because I have to do it this weekend. Like, I feel now, like,
yeah, definitely.
Well, we've put this much work into training and whatever. Like, I just feel it'd be a waste. Like,
especially now that you put all the training in, all the hours in, like, you're mentally ready, physically ready, and obviously now the reason's there as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Well, that's even more to do it. Like, so we
were kind of putting off the fact that we wanted to do it for charity, because obviously it holds an extra amount of pressure, really, doesn't it? But I think kind of that's what's needed on the day, really, to get us across the line. Because sometimes it's all these things you draw from when you're running. Like, when you're in absolute agony and you've got this other little bit morsel of motivation you can draw from. Oh, shit, them people, and they put their money in, like, for such a good cause. I don't want to let everyone down. And I never feel like, if I don't do it, I feel bad taking the money. Do you know what I mean?
No. I just feel like they're let down. Like,
like, how can you go ahead and take people's money to give to charity when you haven't done what you said you were going to do? Like, that's what they, well, maybe not, like, you know, a lot of people are giving it because they want to give to charity.
Yeah, of course. Like,
obviously,
that spurs you on. It shows how many people are then connected to what you're raising money for, sort of thing.
Definitely, it's a great cause. Like, and
like I said, we weren't going to bother, but there was a few circumstances, and we thought, wow.
Yeah, I think definitely, mate, and obviously, like, it's really close and really recent for you.
Yeah,
and big respect, like, coming on you and, like, kind of openly talking about it. You know,
well, it is what it is, isn't it? Life's too short, really. Just you got to kind of gauge what you do, say certain ways. But if you just, like, if you feel say it as it is, and someone takes offence, then okay, take offence, as long as you not being a complete douchebag then about the way you're saying things or what have you. But just feel free and don't be scared to say what you think, and, you know, voice your own opinion to people. You know, it's easy to just get yourself, oh no, I shouldn't say this, and cage yourself. Nowadays, you just it's got to be open. Try and
you know,
open it, like, you know.
Unless you're open and you're being real, you're kind of cutting off maybe 50% of the people who may have an input into this world, and, you know, you definitely got to do that for sure. So it's going to set off about 6 o'clock Saturday morning.
I was thinking that's a good time.
So, what are you thinking? Like, what sort of pace are you going to be going out at?
I thought about that. It's just, I don't know whether just normal run as I would to start off with.
Yeah.
As if I was just doing it every day, and then kind of set back from that. It's almost more than a power walk then, sort of thing. That's what I could put into words right now, to be honest. But
somewhere in between your jog and a power walk.
Just because knowing last time it was just, wow, I just took full ball, let's go and let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the wrong thing to do. Like, so
100%. Like 20 miles in, that's it. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you've got the other 30 to be huffing, puffing, and God knows what. Like, but yeah, I think it's just a steady pace. Well, we went on a 9-miler a couple of months ago, didn't we? Like,
yeah.
And that's when I thought, well, you're going this year. You just run off there. So I'm not going to slow you down. You carry on.
Yeah. Well, I could do that over 9 miles, but I think once you start clocking up them miles, you start clocking up damage and wear and tear.
So I just, like, set a steady pace, really, like, and just, you know, not just overdoing it, using the energy when you, like, really need to.
Yeah.
Say, like, at the end, for instance, say, like, 2.5 miles finishing, you know, and if you really wanted to push.
Yeah.
Just to prove, you're still aching and stuff, but there's still some demons up there that need putting back in their place, so to speak. That's what I do it for, sort of things, you know. And
definitely.
You just you burn on then, other than where's the bloody Zimmer frame, and so, you know, it's
me and you, like we're both going through kind of the same sort of stuff, as in like we both go out running, like cultivate good mental health.
Yeah,
really,
basically.
Like, when you're out running and you've had a bad day or whatever, it can just turn it around like that.
Yeah,
like instantly.
Like,
so like very regular. I mean, you speak on the phone or whatever, and like,
yeah.
Oh man, I just need to get out for that run tonight. And it's inspiring as well. You know, you Snapchat me video you.
Well, that's what spurred me to go as well.
Doing it, I need to go tonight. Yeah.
I just think, right, he's gone. You know, I don't really feel like going. You know, so I chill out at home in the garden, whatever. You have a beer.
Yeah.
Who has a beer and then goes for a run, that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But
wow.
You know, and you think, right, okay, I'm showing you that I'm doing it.
Yeah,
just like you said, just encouraging each other, just
encouragement, accountability, all them factors.
Because it's too easy to say, I've been out training.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Whereas, like, you know, we haven't asked each other to do it. We just done it off the backs. And then we just randomly, you know, see what's going on, and if he's doing it, then shit, I got to up the game again. And
sometimes on a night where you may not have gone, it'll give you that extra push. And when I see your Snapchat coming through and you're sweating your ass for your feel.
Yeah. But no, it's a good surge to keep you going.
Yeah, definitely. Like other people, like definitely fuel for what you want to do.
Definitely. Like
you hear some people talk, and that's what podcasting is like. So amazing, really, because you hear someone talking on a podcast, and you're like, oh god, I can relate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
You realise that even a lot of these superhumans are struggling as well. They don't want to put their shoes on and go out for a run, but they know when they come back, they're going to be a different person.
Well, that's why I feel like, because obviously you do think, right, I'll miss it out. Some days you go, right, you've missed it out, and you don't feel too bad. But then there's the other days we go, you know what the feeling is after the run. You'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
You feel like, I don't know what, cleansed or whatever word you want to bloody use. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's strange, like what you do.
It's just hard getting out of that. I can just sit here for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then sod this, let's go, like, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And after you've done that, you finish and you go, this is what I was on about, and I'm so glad I come out and done a run, like, do you know what I mean? But then,
even on the days when you literally can barely lift your head up off the ground, it's so hard to get yourself to go, but once you've done it,
you like, feel so much better, like,
it's like, literally, like you say, it's like power, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a strange thing.
Like, sometimes it's hard to go when you've had a good day, or you feel just like you've done enough, you know, like exercise through the week, so to speak. But then when you do go, you feel 20 times better than if you, how can I say this, and I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit,
you haven't
got the motivation, but then when you go, you feel good. But then when you feel like, I don't really need to go because I'm all right, I've done well, but then go, that just
skyrocket,
goes through the roof, like, and like you said before, like, it's not going to come straight away. You're going to have to work for it.
Yeah,
to feel those endorphins come through, and you know, you feel pumped then, like, and
it's a weird thing because you can go out drinking and like whatever, you can like get wrecked. It's a great time. It's like short-term happiness. For long-term sadness.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be depressed for days, maybe weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do it all over again.
Yeah.
It's just like a vicious cycle.
Well, by the time you've come out of it, it's already turned the weekend, and you go, well.
Here we are.
Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, do you know what I mean?
You're rocking into the weekend, already feeling a little bit sluggish from the one before. Why not do it again?
Yeah.
Whereas, like running, when you first start off, it feels like running, weightlifting, anything like that.
It's a bitch to start with. Like,
the pain, like. But
then, think, what am I doing this for? But like you said, you build and climb every wall.
Yeah.
That you come across, and then
so much more positive. Yeah. Going forward, you know. It's like you've got to put the struggle in. Anything that you struggle to start, you seem to get the goals, achieve the goals later on down the line. Whereas anything that's great to start, like drinking, it's taken away from you quick as well. So you definitely got to like put the work in, really, innit?
Yeah.
And same with anything, like, you know, business. You've got to invest your time and your money.
And anything,
it's not just going to instantly pop.
Well, it's like it's now in time. been doing this. You know what I mean? It's nice. You could have spent a little bit more money on the bloody sign. You could have had LEDs in the sign there, mate.
It's coming, mate. It's coming.
It's coming, is it? All right, okay. Just thought, well, you spent a bit out on it, so I thought perhaps you were.
Just come in and point everything out. Anything else you want to have a look at?
not I can see it in a minute, mate. No, it's all right.
Yeah, we're all good, son.
But, yeah, it's going to be eventful, I think. I am looking forward to it.
I don't know if you want to touch on why you're doing it, like why we chose the charity we're choosing, or like.
Oh well, like we said at the start, we were just doing it for a laugh.
Yeah.
Didn't want the pressure and everything, but then recently just lost Nan.
Yeah.
2 weekends ago. She had dementia. Bless her, like. So yeah, we added that in, and it's given me.
Yeah.
And even more. Determined to do it. Well, I'm doing it for Nan now, basically, when I was just doing it for myself. I am doing it for myself as well, but I feel like I definitely got to finish now.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's for Nan, basically, so...
That's that driving force.
And, we're going to have other people out there, folks coming out to, give a hand with water and whatever. I got to make coming down with, his girlfriend with water, and mother's coming down. So, should be a good little...
Oh, great vibe, isn't it? And, you're doing it for the right reason, and it's another thing... When you're down in that hole and you don't feel like you can get out, you're going to pull from that. You ain't going to let it down.
Exactly. And I find there's only one so far you can go down.
Yeah.
In all aspects of things, people feel down. There's only so far we can go down, people.
Yeah.
You're going to go back up at some point.
Yeah.
All right, you may be down here for a while, but it sifts itself out and the ladders start fucking appearing, the snakes start disappearing, and you get...
Yeah, you start going way back up,
it's... And the way to look at it as well, if you're starting climbing up and you fall, it don't hurt that much, because you ain't that far from the bottom, so...
Yeah, positive thinking as well, isn't
it? Stay positive, it's not always going to be doom and gloom, you know what I mean? And it's quite hard to, not pressure that and tell people too much, and that, because you're only going to find it out when something does happen to you personally, it's...
Yeah, and it's a weird thing, like everyone said as well. You find what you need when you need to find it. If you're not looking for people who've been in the same boat, people that can help you, you ain't gonna find it.
You ain't gonna find it now.
Whereas, when you've been down in them situations, it's good to hear from people who've been in a similar boat and been low and stuff. That definitely helps. You
just got all it's a shit time anyway. 2020's been a bitch. Do you know what I mean? It's no point wearing people down, talking down at people, people are already feeling low enough as it is. Some people, do you know what I mean? Some make it easier than others, granted, fair enough.
Yeah.
But just try and be nicer to each other and yourself more than anything, I find. Just don't, I've been told I've been quite hard on myself.
Yeah.
But in a way I kind of have, but then I'm less worrying about things now.
Yeah, everyone's their own worst critic, isn't they?
Yeah, basically. But I just try not to worry too much nowadays. Just try and have fun. As best as you feel like the way you want to have fun. Go tits,
Go out, have fun. As long as you're not interfering in anyone else's happiness.
Like I said earlier, not being a complete moron and interrupting everyone else. But
yeah, 100%.
Just have a good crack.
Do something positive.
Yeah. Well, hence doing this. I think. I did think about it. I think perhaps we should do another one next year, maybe. We'll see how this goes.
Right, yeah. I think the end goal, we should be looking next year, 100 miles.
I knew you'd say that.
Step it up, innit?
We'll have to...
We've got a year to prepare. Well, we'll see how this weekend goes first.
Yeah, exactly, but let's not push it too much.
Might be doing it
a bit too confident,
Doing it in a wheelchair next year,
So that'll be going on one of them scooters, mate. Mobility scooter.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm really looking forward to it. For a great cause, as we
Yeah,
said.
mate, I'm looking forward to it.
The driving factors is
just to do it again with you. It's great.
Yeah,
and if people want to come along and just run, even if it's 2 meters,
everything helps.
Just a little bit, just encourage. Give us a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Putting it out there. Anyone
wants
to come along and help,
picking in, because this guy's going to be running off down the bloody canal.
I don't think so. It could be the other way around.
I don't know. I'll get a lasso and. Drag me along.
Simon's going to be doing Snapchat updates on the day. So where can people find you on Snapchat? Stick it out there.
They can stick it on CH Farrell 81 lowercase.
Sick.
So yeah, go nuts.
Thanks for doing this, mate. And roll on the weekend.
Indeed, roll on the weekend. Nice and shag. Have a good one.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, mate.